rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. He is taking a 1-0 approach. Even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today, he said all we have to do is keep going 1-0 all year long. If we keep a week-by-week focus, we'll look up and be in the college football playoff. That was his message to the team before this game. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. Boy, you can go down the list of classic endings in this series, and last year we had one with the Canes pulling it out.
And Miami was the one who got to celebrate because they eked it out, they got the close win, and more importantly, Palmer, they got to brag for a year about beating their in-state rival, Florida State.
They're hoping they can do that for another year, and they know that this is going to be another dogfight. This is simply one of those games at the start of the year. Miami, Florida State, you know, someone's winning, but it's not going to be by a lot of points. Miami's hoping they can make it 2 in a row.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
He's got it down the middle. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Right side, it's Fletcher. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind him, and that's where you can make big plays.
And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another 1st down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the grab in the end zone.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Seminoles offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready. They got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Lets it go. Finds space on the right. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Noles peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. This time they'll go to the running game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run him again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Out wide right, it's Riles. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. In the backfield, it's Robinson. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Seminoles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. Might have a chance. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. They're all over it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Croma. Nowhere to go, and he's going to lose a couple on 4th and 2.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Quarterback keeps it. Got maybe a yard. 3rd down and 9 coming.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Finds his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Fletcher. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played. But no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great. The lineage, the history of the players. So it does does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951. It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
This is the essence of rivalry games, the big moments that you just say a few words and everybody remembers where they were when it happened. They've swapped ends of the field and we're ready to go in the second. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Here's Mentz at a throw. They'll run the screen. Jumped on top of the pile.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of runs.
And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. He'll set up to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
And the Hurricanes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Takes the handoff. It's Pringle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
He wants it all. Can't make the connection, but a good reason for it. This will be a defensive pass interference call. Pass interference. Defense. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it 1 more yard to get it in. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And he's in! Touchdown, Hurricane!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Well, that was about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it cost the defense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield is Daniels. Back's got it on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. The fake that wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Croma. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
And listen, 3rd down and long is such a hard spot to be in. That's where defenses want offenses, right? Like, they got them right where they want them. But this is a really nice job by the playmaker. QB got him the football, and he didn't run out of bounds. Like, he fought for every single extra yard he could. Fought, almost got to the first down marker, but now sets up a 4th down.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Right side, it's Lofton. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He leaves it with the back. Hard running there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the RPO, got it. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Under pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the Noles decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you.
Snags it, and he's open. He's at the 40, the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man, they've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Third and long right here. Throwing, Mensah. Finds his target. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Miami! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
But you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Boggs. They get him on the ground. Late in the half, they have the first down at the 41. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Zings it complete to the right. FSU calling its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on third down. He'll try to do it himself. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. Splits the uprights right down the middle.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Number 36, set to kick it off.
Here he comes with the return. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. And it's the Sooners chasing a 6th straight victory today. This team is a snowball rolling downhill, just adding momentum with every new week.
The Canes will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. The give on the counter. Nowhere to go.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Straight ahead, it's Fletcher. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Out wide right, it's Fletcher. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the fourth down.
Snapped on fourth down. Turns it upfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics and fourth down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion. He gets the big first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Going with the counter play here. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
Well, your defense is going to have to turn the page quickly. Not only did you just give up a 4th down run, but you gave up an explosive play, and now they've got the ball down close to your goal line. You're going to have to play big-time football here with your back against the wall.
He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass-happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Touchdown, Canes! And the punishment has been extended. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for running room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Turns upfield. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Midway point of the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Keep it on the ground. They put the brakes on it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Needs it here on 4th down. Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Running inside, it's Pringle. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Mensah can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got him this time. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Right side, it's Lofton. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, it's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up first.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game. It just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all that athleticism.
And speed and swag, they got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Daniels. Out wide right, it's Boggs. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Churns into the pile. Turning it on. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Here's a little room there. Past the 6. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
With the catch, it's Riles. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it. Makes his man miss. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The run inside. It's Chroma. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They want to run it left here. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. After making his first field goal, he'll try to put up another with a shorty from 26. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and getting the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Rides to the back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Working that left side. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The give on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop you.
Rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.